Hey, hey. Good morning. Good morning to you. I'll let each of you roll in, roll in, roll in. Thank you for being here. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you, Alexis. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Each of you, you all are rolling in. Thank you. Well, got a little frog in my throat this morning. So excuse me, I may have to do that periodically throughout today's session. But our topic for today is really juicy, and I can't wait to get into it with you. It's focused on putting some respect on your name. Put some respect on your name, and I will get into the 3 keys momentarily. For anyone new on today's call, my name is Erica. I am a coach, meditation instructor, and also a nurse. I hold these weekly sessions to focus on a mindful topic that you can meditate on, gain some insight on, and perhaps even participate in the discussion. In fact, I would love that. I would love if you could participate and write in the comments what you think and any questions that you have, because this is a moment in which you and I get to commune with one another. My intention for each and every session is to make them simple, easy, and effortless. So simple, easy, and effortless that you want to show up for these weekly sessions because you gain value, or you feel like you're gaining value, which means that you're willing to wake up in the morning, depending on what side of the pond you live on. It might be morning or afternoon for you. But that you're willing to participate and spend an hour with me. So, getting back to today's topic, which is putting some respect on your name. There are 3 keys that I'll focus in on for today. The first is honor. The second is respect. And the third is love. In that order. The first, respect, honor. Well, when we think about life, we are on this journey, right? It's not like you had a guidebook to figure out your own path. You had to figure it out on your own. And in that figuring it out, there are ebbs and flows in life. Sometimes we make decisions that are really in alignment with who we are and what we stand for and what we believe. And other times we make decisions that are haphazard for our own alignment and well-being. And in those decisions, oftentimes, there are hard lessons that go along with it. And with that hard lesson, we might meet some people along the way that we rather not have engaged with, participated with, and been in relationship with. And during those times, we start to question who we are, what we stand for, what we believe. We start to question our name. We start to accept anything from anyone, and even starts to chip away at our self-esteem, at our self-worth, and ultimately at our confidence. It's during those times that we have to guard ourselves, guard our mind, to not believe the falsity that our life experiences had us believe to be true about us. Each experience is here to mold us, to shape us, and to remind us of who we really are. It's through life and life experiences that we get to peel back all of those layers that we somehow placed upon ourselves and forgotten what we stand for and who we are. In remembering our name, we essentially are remembering the essence of our being. the being that can never be broken by any life experiences, but elevated only. The key is to honor the lesson and not honor the pain. How many times have we spent so much time meditating, contemplating on the things that we don't like, the things that happened in our life that we rather not have happen, the things that we actually want to forget. Yet, we relive those experiences in our mind over and over and over again. And when we do that, we can't help but to attract more of those experiences in our life. It's like where our attention goes, where our energy goes and our attention goes, that is what we are creating more of. Because somehow we've honored the pain and not the lesson. And if there's anything I want you to take from today's message is to start to reflect on what you've done consistently over and over again, that you say over and over again. This is really not helpful. And maybe perhaps start to look at, have I really honored the pain as opposed to the lesson? See, by honoring the lesson and switching your mindset around it, it helps you to grow. The key is that those experiences in life are here to serve your own personal growth and development, not to hinder you, not to keep you stuck in the past, but to stay fully present and armed with all of those lessons so that your future looks rather bright. It's in not honoring the pain, but respecting it, that we are able to learn the lesson and not repeat it. The second key is respect. You know, it makes me think of Jay-Z. And in one of Jay-Z's songs, he says, you know, let me reintroduce myself. My name is, you know the song. Because, and if you don't, please go to the best library in town, which is Google, and type it in. And it will give you the lyrics to that song. Sometimes you have to reintroduce yourself to yourself. And let me explain. Because in life, going back to key number 1, if we have honored the pain instead of the lesson and gained insight from that experience, and now we respect the pain, not honor it, but honor the lesson, catch that point, then we essentially have to remind ourselves of who we are. Because it's very easy to say, well, because that happened to me, then this is who I am. Years ago, long time ago, I went through a very difficult divorce and custody battle. And it was the custody battle that I felt at the time really broke me. I was in a really dark place. I was in a really sad place. And I started to question who I was and what my purpose was and why I was here. And you know, does my life really matter? And when I grew through those painful experiences in my life, I had to reintroduce myself to myself. I had to claim and fight, essentially, through my own pain. You know, when you think about a seed that's planted in soil, it has to really push through the dirt in order to surface above the ground. Yeah, and you got to dust yourself off sometimes. Yes, it's painful during that growth process before the light, before you and your mindset and your action steps are in alignment with the light, which is your greatest good, can really experience the joy on the other side. But in reintroducing yourself to yourself, it's a cleansing process. It's also a self-care process. It's also a process in which your own confidence starts to be rebuilt. Your self-worth, you begin to remember who you are and why you're here and what your purpose is. You begin to realize that your life has meaning and that experience doesn't define me, but the lesson has shaped me for my greatest good. And you have to claim it. You have to reintroduce yourself to yourself. And when you do, the world will meet you and greet you in kind. They will see you as your brilliant self because you believe it on the inside, meaning that even if any other painful experiences occur, now I have greater insight in terms of how to handle it. I'm not going to allow that experience to redefine the essence of my being. But I'm going to allow that experience to now give me some stripes that I can wear on my shoulder as having some wisdom to go along with this life. Gaining greater insight into the things that I'm called to do. Now navigating my path a little bit easier than I did before. Now choosing the people in my life more wisely than I did before. And even perhaps releasing the people and experiences that no longer fit in my life as they did before. It's in respecting your name first that you begin to make decisions that respect who you are. Start watching how you talk about yourself. Pay attention to that. In the quiet of your mind, what surfaces? How do you really feel about yourself? How do you really think about yourself? How do you talk about yourself? Because before those words come out of your mouth, it means that there are a lot of things that you're thinking about first before it exits your being. So in being mindful and reflective and intentional and attentive, you'll begin to pinpoint the areas in your life that you must redefine, reintroduce yourself, the truest version of yourself to yourself. There are many times along this thing called life that I have had to do that because it's very easy to get sucked into the experiences around you that you even forget who you are. This is one of the most important aspects of self-care that you could ever do for yourself, because it starts to build you up and nourish you enough to function with some level of well-being and self-love, which then leads me to key number 3, which is love. And when we think about love, what are we really talking about here? I mean, are we talking about being in love? Yes, that's part of it. Being in love with yourself. Because if you're waiting on someone else to love you, to treat you in the way that you feel that you ought to be treated, then you first must represent and be the essence of what that love is so that you can receive it. And in having this deepest level of self-love, it means that you get to flex in a sense. And what I mean by that is that you built up such a healthy essence of confidence that you walk with certainty through this life. That when people see you, while they may not say it, they've got mad respect for you. Because you're showing up in a way that garners that level of respect and worth. Not only in your personal relationships, but also at work and in other avenues and aspects of business and in other areas of your life, organizations that you're a part of, that people see you and have such honor and respect for you because you first represent that in kind for yourself. And you also want to place yourself in conducive environments that help you to grow. That means people. That means experiences that nurture the truest essence of your being. It's no different going back to the example of the seed that's planted in the ground and finally surfaces from the dirt to reach the light. That there's a relationship between the seed, the plant, and the light. There's also a relationship with the water, the seed, the plant, and even the light. That you want to place yourself in healthy environments that allow you to grow to your truest essence. Ultimately, you first must believe that you're worth it. And to do everything in your power to honor it and to respect it. Because it first comes from a healthy level of self-love. These 3 keys will absolutely put some respect on your name. That when you walk through this earth, it's as though your feet are kissing the ground. That you take nothing for granted and no one for granted. And you absolutely don't take yourself for granted. That you realize that your life has meaning. That even the name that your parent gave you, that the essence of your being is even greater than the name. That the truest name is who you represent and who you are. That no one and no thing can redefine who you are. May today's lesson edify your spirit, remind you of who you are, that you go forth into the rest of today and into the rest of the week and into the rest of the month, into the rest of the year and years to come, walking this earth with some respect on your name. Trust and believe that right there, doors of opportunity will open for you. And I want to hear about it. I want us to stay in communication and communion and in relationship and partnership together. I want to hear about it. Reach out to me. Send me a message, a private message, or an email. You can always reach over to my bio page and access my direct contact information, because I really love to hear about the successes in your life. It allows me to know that you're gaining real value from it. I believe so, but it's always more impactful to hear that it is so for you. Let's get ready to lock in and seal in today's lesson. After each mindful topic, I do a breathing practice and then lead you into meditation to seal in today's message and to allow you to really access the highest and truest nature, essence, beauty of who you are. Begin to get comfortable in your seat. Even if you have to reposition in your seat, that's always good. You want to make sure that you're not causing any strain to your body in any way as you're sitting. So if that means for you to round out your shoulders so you're not creating so much tension on this part of the body, then please do so. If it means that you have to realign your back so you're not slouching over, then please do that. Posture is very important when it comes to breathing and also when it comes to meditation. You want to align the energy centers in your body in a healthy way. Start to pay attention to your face, because oftentimes we carry stress in our face and we don't even realize it. Notice if you're clenching down on your teeth in any way, and if so, I ask that you release the upper and lower palate of your mouth so that there's some space there. Sometimes we grind our teeth at night, which is an indication of stress. Or we clench down so hard that we can oftentimes crack our tooth, and we're not aware that we're under so much stress. But the body has a way of trying to release that kind of tension. So start to pay attention to how your body is showing up. Your face, yes, right? Because you can physically see the changes and even feel them in this part of your face. But also in our body, and I'll get to that. But now I'd like for you to pay attention to the corners of your eyes and notice if you are squinting in any way, really carrying a lot of tension in this part of the face. I'd like for you to just release and relax this part of the face. By carrying tension around the eyes and even around the eyebrows, sometimes we frown and we don't even realize that we're doing that. You know, you see people walking around with a mean mug, and I don't think they often realize that they're showing up in that way. But there's some tension there. That the more that we do that, it creates premature aging. It just does. So start to be mindful of how your face is showing up and be kind to yourself. Release and relax. Allow yourself a moment to just be without judgment. And now start to pay attention to your body and how it's showing up. Notice throughout the course of your day, if you're consistently slouching over, do you notice any tension in your shoulders? Are you constantly doing this? Now, are you clenching on your hands, right? How is your body responding? And start to notice if there's a correlation between what you're thinking and how your body is reacting. This is where we apply some mindfulness, mindful actions and behaviors to add some kindness back into our everyday life. Because how we perceive life to be can either be what we label good or what we label bad. So in breathing, oftentimes when we're stressed, we carry a lot of our breathing in our upper chest. So you'll notice that there's a lot of upper chest movement and short, shallow breaths because our body is responding to the stress or the tension or some level of uncomfortable feeling within us and around us. The best way to breathe is to drop the air down low into your diaphragm. Okay, so you're mindfully dropping the air down low into the diaphragm, expanding your diaphragm, and then contracting and releasing the air. So in this breathing practice, we will just breathe. Yes, you breathe every day, but this is a mindful breath work, a moment in which you will slowly take in the air, fill up the lungs with the juicy air and oxygen, and then release the air through our mouth. We'll breathe in through our nose and out through our mouth. Let's breathe together. Breathing in through the nose. And out through the mouth. Breathing in through the nose. And out through the mouth. A nice slow and steady exhale that you can even hear yourself breathing. The sound of your breath is very relaxing. It almost sounds like the ocean waves. Let's continue breathing in this fashion. Breathing in through the nose. And out through the mouth. Breathing in through the nose. And out through the mouth. I'd like you to release the breath and return to your normal inhale and exhale. With eyes closed, just internally scan your body from head to toe. Just notice any subtle changes that are happening without any judgment. We'll now go deeper into our meditation. I will introduce today's mantra. Today's mantra is so hum. So hum. You'll repeat so on the exhalation and hum. You'll repeat so on the inhalation and so on the exhalation. Repeating so as you breathe in and hum as you breathe out. This mantra is designed to relax any tension that you're feeling, any anxiety that you might be holding on to, any stress that you might feel in this moment or have experienced during the week that's been hard for you to release. Or perhaps memories that are creating any stress in your life currently. Again, repeating so on the inhalation and hum on the exhalation. You will do this silently, almost as though it's a faint whisper in your mind, without moving your lips and without moving your tongue. So please gently close your eyes and repeat today's mantra. So on the inhalation, hum on the exhalation. If you notice that your attention has drifted to thoughts in your mind, sounds in the environment, or perhaps sensations in your body, please bring all of your attention back to repeating today's mantra. Silently repeating so on the inhalation, hum on the exhalation. Please continue meditating. I will mind the time and let you know when the meditation is up. Please release today's mantra and return to the natural inflow and outflow of your breathing. Keeping your eyes closed, just allowing yourself to rest. Allowing yourself to rest in existence. Resting in awareness. Resting in bliss. Existence, awareness, bliss. Sat, Chit, Ananda. Just rest. I'll introduce today's intention. As I repeat the intention, allow it to flow through your entire being and silently repeat the intention with me. Today's intention is reflective, alert, enlightened, creative, calm, peaceful mind. Reflective, alert, enlightened, creative, calm, peaceful mind. When you're ready, please place the palms of your hands together at your heart center, having a moment of reverence right here for today's practice. And then bowing in gratitude to your soul. And when you're ready, just softly raise your head and open your eyes. And then extend the blessing. Namaste. Namaste. The light in me honors the light in each of you. Thank you for showing up for today's mindful session. Thank you for participating in today's meditation. For those of you that showed up later, I see some new faces on here. Thank you so much for joining. Our topic today was centered on putting some respect on your name. And there are 3 keys that I shared with you, and the 3 keys are: number 1, honor; number 2, respect; and number 3 is love. I will be sure to post this on my Instagram page. And for anyone that would like to watch the full segment, you can do so here on Instagram, and you can also find it on YouTube. I will be posting it later on this morning on YouTube. Okay, my YouTube page is Rise 360 Coaching and Consulting. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you, Sheila. Thank you, Celine. Thank you, Adrian. This morning we had some other people that were on, so I thank you. I thank you, Blaze, and I see someone else here, Dee, and those that joined earlier this morning. I thank you as well for being here. A lot of new faces today. I'm looking forward to seeing you again. Please invite a friend. I would love to have them participate, or perhaps maybe even a family member, or perhaps it's someone from work or a stranger that you meet in the store that you think could maybe, possibly benefit from these sessions. In the meantime and in between time, remember to put some respect on your name and how you show up, the true essence of your being. Not allowing life to dictate who you are, but you dictating who you are. I'll see you next time.